Porn star Stormy Daniels testified against former President Donald Trump in the hush money case. She talked about her alleged sexual encounter and the payment that she got to keep quiet before the 2016 presidential election. Daniels told jurors that after the arrangement was made public in 2018, her life was in chaos. Following Daniels' testimony, Trump's legal team asked for a mistrial. They argued that the details provided by her against Trump inflamed the jury and were irrelevant to the case, but Justice Juan Merchan denied the request.
The evidence thus far establishes quite clearly that there was a scheme to falsify records at the Trump Organization and to conceal payments to Michael Cohen that were reimbursing him for payments he in turn made to Stormy Daniels to keep her quiet about her alleged affair with the former president right before the presidential election. So I think that much has been pretty clearly established. What is less clear at this point is whether or not Trump himself was personally involved in the falsification scheme, and that's critical for establishing the charges in this indictment. Michael Cohen's testimony will be critical in this regard.
Trump has meanwhile denied having sex with Stormy Daniels.
So this was a very big day, a very revealing day. As you see, their case is totally falling apart. They have nothing on books and records, and even something that should bear very little relationship to the case. It's just a disaster for the DA, for the Soros-backed DA. It's a disaster.
But Daniels said Trump made sexual advances after inviting her to his hotel suite. She claims to have blacked out during her encounter with Trump.
But the judge clearly was concerned about the extent of detail in her direct examination. For example, she mentioned that the former president didn't use a condom when they had intercourse. She talked about the encounter in ways that did not allege that it was a sexual assault, but came very close to describing it in those terms. Things that, again, were not necessary for the story in terms of the allegations and the charges in this case. That said, there is an argument that some of the detail was necessary for the jury to evaluate why Trump would have been so concerned about the story coming out when it did.
The case revolves around the payment of $130,000 to Daniels from Trump's then lawyer Michael Cohen during Trump's 2016 campaign. Prosecutors say it was part of a scheme to illegally influence the campaign by bearing negative stories about him.